time, we have our character running around.
This is where we left off.
Reacting to our input, which is pretty cool.
And AI should be next. There it is. Okay, this is where we start. We'll add an AI ant butt.
We'll add an AI ant butt now.
Oh, and by the way, I hope everyone's having a great evening so far. You can chat about anything. So you can tell us what you're having for dinner, who you're going on a date with. Which friends have gotten sick with COVID. I know somebody really close to me that has COVID now. I mean, it's still an issue, isn't it? After all this time, it's still an issue. Okay. All right, so let's start the AI controller.
As the bot is ready, we can do even more with it. Let's drag the bot into the scene and control him with an AI controller.
Oh, okay. Drag the bot into the scene. Okay, and we'll control it. I mean, sure, why not? I mean, this is in addition to ours. So let's put another bot. See, you can put as many of these. In fact, we could have like 2 bots. I might do another bot.
Said, having a pretty good evening.
Let's drag the bot into the
Sweet. Let's find out if he used the blueprint.
So as the bot is ready, we can do even more with it. Let's drag.
He did use the blueprint, see? Not the actual game element, I mean, not the actual props, or not the actual character, not this bot. See, we're adding a blueprint.
Crimazoliver 1993 said, I'm 1 moon away for getting all the moons on Mario Odyssey.
So now we have to press end, and that plops him down to the ground. So you make sure he starts on the ground. Let's take a look at this. Well, now that looks good. What do you think?
Congrats at Crimazolver 1993.
Oh, Crimson, I'm 1 moon away for getting all the moons on Mario Odyssey. Talk about challenge. Oh, yeah. Is Mario Odyssey. I don't know what the moons are all about. Okay, so we did what he did.
The bot into the scene and control him with an AI controller.
Okay, this is an AI bot. Because of our setup having the player
controller controlling the bot, we can also have an AI controller as a brain for the body. Okay. So back in the blueprint window, we can search for AI and select the AI controller and name.
Okay, new blueprint. So we have to go into blueprints, new controller, AI control. Wait, blueprints. What?
The body. So
okay, blueprint class, and then AI controller. There it is, right there, AI controller. And then select it, and then what are we going to name it?
Window, we can search for AI and select the AI controller and name it BP_AI controller.
Okay, easy enough. Call it what it is, right? BP_AI controller. So now this is going to be a blueprint of a controller. It's sort of like the player controller, but now we don't control it. It's AI.
When we open this up and go to the event graph, we will not add movement or use a tick, so let's delete that.
Okay.
There is an AI move to function in the...
Okay, so we do keep the event begin play, so let's take a look. When we open this up, it should look almost exactly like his did. And then we go into the event graph. There's an event tick, which we're not going to worry about, but we do keep the event begin play. Okay.
Elder Colby House said, pretty
AI controller we can use to give him some
AI move to. That's what we're looking for. Okay. AI move to.
Green 47 said, agreed.
Okay. And then another thing we're going to do, like I mentioned, after we're done with this, I'm going to show you how to package your game up into a executable. Well, it'll have folders that accompany the executable, but then you zip all that up. That's what becomes the download. We're not going to make an installer, but we will, because we don't really need it for the small games. All we need is a zip file where you expand it, and then there's an executable. It'll say Tiny Game 1 executable, and then you just execute that.
1993 said, Slots 1000.
Oh yeah, I should. Why don't we all do slots while we're at it?
Exclamation mark slots 500.
It'd be cool if there was a mass slots command where all of a sudden everyone starts gambling. I don't think it works. Here, let's see if that would work.
Exclamation mark mass slots.
I don't think
Exclamation mark slots
I don't
250.
think there's such a thing.
Exclamation
No,
mark slots 250.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a actual feature like that. Yeah, I don't care for this soundtrack. Okay, so we have our AI move to node. Let's find out what to do with it.
So now, how and why and when do we give that order?
Yes.
So let's do something simple first and execute this function a few seconds after the game starts. We use the set timer by event function and we set this to like 3 seconds.
Okay, set timer by event. See, this is when after you press play or after the game starts, or actually after the level starts. Okay, so set timer by what? By event? Yes, set timer by event.
Now we
You set it to 3 seconds. Good.
This delegate out and type custom event.
Move.
And this event we call simply
add custom event. Okay. Right there. We call it what?
So now
move. Of course it's going to be move. Move. Now, I don't understand why you have to attach this to this, though. And, you know, he doesn't explain it, but the idea is to kind of follow along to get your first game up and running. So do I know exactly why this has to be attached over here? Not exactly.
we connect the AI move to function, and the last thing we need is give this order to the pawn which we currently control.
Okay, so we have to give this order to this guy. See, like that. And then we have to get controlled pawn, like we did before. Remember that? Get controlled pawn. We use that for our player controller. Oh, and then we attach it to this. Target is controller. Oh, I guess it is. Okay. Target is controller.
So back in our map, we select him, and in his details we find the AI controller class.
Yes.
Which we set to our newly made BP AI.
BP AI controller. Okay, so let's compile this, save it, go into Valley, save all. And now, if we click on him, just like he said, where's the details? I need to show the details. Details. There we go. Okay, so, okay, now let's find the AI controller class. There it is, see, AI controller. We're going to switch it to the one we just created, which is BP AI controller. That's amazing. And now he's being controlled by our blueprint.
AI controller. The last thing he needs is to move around is navigation data, where blocking is, etc. So we go to the create menu, type nav mesh, and select the nav mesh bounce volume. When you press.
This is cool. This is where we create a nav mesh.
Elder Colvey House said, "We're going to have Unreal create a nav mesh automatically for us."
So if you've ever modded anything in Fallout 3 or 4 or New Vegas, if you build a new room or a new level, you have to do the nav mesh yourself. You have to draw the nav mesh yourself. Well, there are features in Unreal Engine that will automatically create an entire nav mesh. The nav mesh is the navigable area for AI. So if you don't want AI to climb up on mountains, then you stop at the beginning of the mountain. And then that's the nav mesh for the AI controller. See?
Press P, you can
okay, so let's go back.
Where blocking is, etc. So
import.
Go to the create menu, type nav mesh, and select
nav mesh. Okay, so we're going to do that. Nav mesh. Nav mesh bounds volume. Okay.
The nav mesh bounce volume. When you press P, you can make the nav mesh data visible and invisible. Let's now cover...
Oh, I can? Okay. Well, how am I... I'm not sure where this is supposed to be. Okay, so P is invisible. P is visible. Okay. Nav mesh. I don't know why it's P, though, so we have...
the whole area, we want our little robot to be able to walk in and then scale this up a bit. This should work for now.
But how far did he bring that up? I can't really tell. It looks...
Walk in and then cover the whole area, we want...
Looks like he partially... Yeah, see, this is about right.
Amazon126 said, I wonder how big of a world you can create in Unreal Engine 5.
How big of a world you can create in Unreal Engine 5? Oh, it's really unbounded. You can make a space game that covers a whole galaxy if you want. Yeah, there's really no boundaries. But there are some default boundaries. You know, like this level has some default boundaries, and we're not creating like a game where you can navigate the whole Milky Way, so, right? Of course we're not. You know, I just realized I'm pretty far away from my microphone. This should be a little better. Let's see if this is a little better. Oh yeah, that might have been why my voice was not very loud, because my microphone was farther away than it should be. There we go. Ah. Okay, so now cover the whole area. He has this selected. See, whoops. Where's our tiny game? Yeah, so instead of this, we're going to use this now. Select and scale. So we're only going to scale the X and Y. We're not going to scale the Z up. So how big would we want this?
So you could theoretically recreate Skyrim LOL.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Skyrim would function better in Unreal Engine 4.
Yes, Skyrim, probably even Starfield, would function better if it were developed in Unreal Engine 5. I mean, for Starfield, awesome. For Starfield, I think whatever Bethesda's creation engine, it's their own engine. It's inferior to this engine. This engine has so many good optimizations. Let's see, how far do we want this to go? Let's keep giving him a bigger nav area. Yeah, I want to keep this going. I want to get all the way to the end there. Come on. Come on, get a move on. I said not that, not this, not that. Boy, it's hard to grab the right one. There we go. Now let's see. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, I wanted it to cover this whole area. So there's his nav mesh. Okay, but it hasn't been built yet.
Whole area, we want our little robot to be able to walk in and then scale this up a bit. This should work for now. So when we press play, we can walk around and you can see him begin to run after around 3 seconds, but he's trying to reach 0, 0, 0.
Aha, he's trying to reach 0, 0, 0. Well, let's see if it works. Maybe. Okay, let's watch him. Oh, there he goes. Hey, where's he going? He tried to reach 0, 0, but he ran into this. That's cool. Okay. See, but the nav mesh is covering this whole area, and that's why he's able to move around. Okay, and see, we can see that we have the nav mesh bounds volume, and there it is right there.
Because that's what the destination says by default.
Yeah, see,
and we will keep
destination is 0, 0, 0. So he did exactly what the default move to
like that, and come to this later. All bots have the same color, and to avoid an identity crisis on our bots, let's change that. We will use the construction script of our bot for that.
Okay.
Avoid an identity crisis on our bots, let's change.
Okay, so we go into our blueprint. blueprint of the bot.
Elder Colvey House said, get ready to pick new colors.
Yeah, we're going to pick new colors for the AI bot. We might even make two. Let's do one AI bot. Let's just follow the tutorial. And then at the end, we'll add one more. And we'll give it yet another different color. Okay.
Change that. We will use the construction script of our bot.
Construction script, okay.
Dungreen47 said, okay.
I don't know what a construction script is.
For that. When we select our mesh, we will remember that our bot has two materials, and his body material is element 0.
Yes. His body material is element 0. Oh yeah, the mesh. Yeah, mesh. See? Material, so this was one material, and then this was another material. Yes. Let's make sure this matches.
Remember
that it was bot base and bot face. So we should have the base and the face. Yes.
Two materials, and his body material is element 0. This
element 0. Yeah, element 0. So what did he click on to get that?
Remember that our bot has two materials, and his body material is.
Aha, so you can find it. So we have to look at the bot base. So you click this and it opens up the content browser right to it. See, so there it is. Remember this big mess?
Element 0. This material has a parameter I already renamed to color. Back in the
See, so the color. Oh, we did. Oops.
For that. When we select our mesh, we will remember that our bot has two materials, and his body material is element 0. This material has a parameter.
Oh, I forgot to change that to. Okay, so we're going to rename this parameter to color. Okay, that's one thing I missed. Okay, here, color.
I already renamed to color. Back in the construction.
Back in the bot. Construction script. Okay.
Script, we can grab the mesh and drag it in.
The mesh of this. Okay, there's our mesh.
Into our graph. And from there we add a node called create dynamic material instance.
Create dynamic material, fine. Create dynamic material instance. So this is going to be the material that overrides the default in the blueprint.
And we do this on the element 0.
Okay. Target, and then this.
0, which is our body material.
Yeah, the body material. So I see, you have to keep track of that index. See, there's 0 and then 1. 1 is the face.
We can use the instance and now set a vector parameter.
Set vector parameter. Parameter value. Okay. These are the same. How do I know which one was correct? That wasn't it.
Dunbrain47 said, Milch better win.
Oh yes, Milkman. Oh, here comes the, we're doing a battle royale. Let's see. Who's winning? Who blew up so far? I can't tell.
Which is our body material. So here we can use the instance at
vector and parameter value. Okay. Set a mid, sets a vector parameter, set a mid. That's it. That's it. There's two different, they're named the same thing. Return value target. There we go.
Now set a vector parameter with
target is material instance dynamic. Yes, it is. Material instance
Amazon
dynamic.
126
so
said,
the parameter
are you
name,
using Windows 10 or 11
and
BTW?
then we change the parameter name, which is color.
The house always wins.
Krimazolova 1993 said, Calvi wins with 1 horsepower.
Elder Colvey House said, this was unrigged.
That's funny. Speaking of the house always wins, let's see. I better not lose.
Exclamation mark slots 1000.
Look at this, there's an autosave feature. I changed it to save every 15 minutes, but yes, it autosaves everything that you haven't saved yet. And that's interesting. Okay, so you see what we're doing? We're going to override the parameter color.
We change to color and change the color.
And now we're going to change the value of the color. Okay, pick. Okay, vote on color of AI bot's body.
Hey Ed, Bobotit 504.
Oh, Booby
Okay,
Tits is
vote on
here.
color of
Wait,
AI bot's
did I
body.
see Booby Tits join? Oh, hey!
Hey boo boo tits.
Yeah, we're picking a... Okay, Mr. Milkman said crimson. Okay, so crimson is the color of essentially blood with a slight purplish tint. So this would be whoops, not that.
I'll go with crimson also.
Crimson, yeah, there. What do you think of that? Is that good? Is that a good crimson? Yeah, that is very deep crimson. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
To a blue.
He chose
After
blue.
hit compile, we can see him in blue in our scene.
Okay, let's make sure that's correct. Compile, save, Valley.
Good OL Robert House.
No, it didn't change him. Didn't change him. It did not. So okay, now we have to figure out what we did wrong. We did something wrong. What have we done that was so wrong? Maybe we forgot to do that. I forgot to recompile. Yes, that's all I forgot to do. You have to recompile each individual Kaflipadoody. Yeah. I'm telling you, if you don't compile, you're gonna be sorry. He's in the he's in the level correctly. He's just a little. The grass is covering his legs. Okay.
But now all bots in the scene would be blue. To change it per bot, we can drag the color out of here and promote.
That's what I wanted to know. Yeah, because we can add an additional bot if we want.
Put it to a variable.
Promote it to a variable. So this is how you actually turn it into a variable. Okay. Promote to variable. And what's he going to call it?
That color.
Color. Huh, it seems that name would seem to conflict with the color that's already there, but I guess not. Oh, you have to change it. Where are variables? Promote to variables. Value. Okay. Promote to variable. Oh, color. There it is right there. Linear color and color. Okay, good.
And with this little eye icon here, we can expose this variable to be editable per instance.
That's okay. So let's do that. Linear color. There. Now we can edit it per instance. So.
And then we change it.
There, variable type, color, and the default value. Please compile the blueprint. Oh, okay. And now we're going to change it to crimson. We have to get it just right, like we had it before. There, that's a good crimson.
Change it back to our orange.
Save. How did he do that?
No.
I don't know how he started the. I guess you press play or something.
Said, checking with the chat, music volume sounding good.
Hamilton Said music.
Yeah,
Elder
there's
Colvey
music.
House said, oh yeah, should be able to hear without it being loud.
There is music. The music is right here. There, I increased the volume just ever so slightly.
Hearing sounds very low.
Oh yeah, la sounds very low. La, 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 la. Okay, we can give this little bot its own individual color.
Now we can give this little bot his own individual color.
Ah, by going in, by clicking it, and then you can, I see how it works. Okay, I see what they're doing now. Okay, compile, save, ding, save, valley, save all. And there it is. See, if we click on this, we can change each individual bot. So if we were to drag another BP bot out here, we'll delete him. But here's the framework. See, BP bot. Doot. There. Okay. And now we can change his body to purple. See? There. Now we have parameterized the body's color. That is pretty cool. See? Let's delete him for now because we're following the tutorial. Then after we're done, we can try to add him and maybe debug it if possible. Okay. Whoops. Oh my God, that's my screen.
By going here in his details panel and picking something like, I don't know, something like a blue. I will settle on that for now. So we have our own controller and an AI. So let's do some more game logic. First, so we have our own controller and an AI.
Spawn and collect orbs. Okay, so here's what one of the features of the tiny game will be. Our character drops orbs, and then the AI bot goes around and collects them. So that's what this means. Spawn and collect orbs. So we're getting pretty close to the end of the game.
First, let's bring in some more props. So we go to our props folder, import
props,
and then import wall, a door, an orb, and some meshes for prep.
Okay, pretty much everything. Okay, let's import those. He's importing it into props. Okay, so we'll go into props, and now we will import dir props. There's the props. What did he say? He said SM door, wall door, orb, and pressure plates. Yeah, so we're gonna import all of this. Let's see what he wants us to do.
When we import them, they can
import all. Okay, all we're gonna do is just import them just like they are. And now we've got SM door, glow, SM modular wall door, SM pickup orb, pressure plate, and pressure plate static mesh. Okay.
We need to use the same materials we already created. So that's nice. We will first start with our orb here.
Okay. Here's an orb. Let's get the orb on. Ah, look at this. It's matching the plastic. See what we're doing? It's matching the plastic we already created. Okay, I'm gonna dock this.
In game elements, we will create a new blueprint.
Well, let's see what it. See, there's a glow, and then there's our metal. It's using the same metal material. See, right there, just like that. I think it's because that's how it was imported. It uses exactly the same materials.
Elder Colvey has said, pretty cool, no new materials needed.
But the glow, we might change that glow color.
Based on a simple actor and call that BP orb.
Okay, BP orb. So we're creating a blueprint for this. Oh, game elements. Okay. And what did he do? An actor?
On a simple actor.
Yeah, actor. not a pawn. An actor is just like an object. BP orb. Okay, got it.
And call that BP orb. When we open this up, we can use a
open it up.
content drawer to drag and drop our meshes into the scene, which is automatically creating static mesh components.
I see. I don't know why you would have to do that, but okay, SM pickup orb. Oh, because it's a blueprint. We're creating a blueprint, that's why. So it doesn't know exactly what kind of blueprint we want yet. That's why. There it is.
Into the scene, which is automatically creating static mesh components. We can make this a root element, and then on the details panel we can go to the collision and set this to overlap with pawns only. We will use this later.
Collision presets, overlap only pawn. Now why would we do that?
Make this a root element, and then on the details panel we can go to the collision and make this a root element scene, which is automatically creating static mesh components. We can make this a root.
Oh, I see what it wants us to do. So we'll make it the root element. Got it. Hey, Gale.
Elder Colvey House said, hey at Gale on. Finishing up Tiny Game 1 tonight.
Hamlet Mishitza eat evening guy, Vink and the Hunt.
Also, I demoed a game last night. I didn't stream it, but I was just playing it. It was called Manorlords. So this is another example, and anybody can download it on Steam for free and try out the demo. You might even want to try it out, Don Brian. This was made by one person in Unreal Engine 4. He started this about 2 years ago, so that's why he's kind of stuck in Unreal Engine 4. But it's another perfect example of like one person being able to develop a pretty damn cool game.
Root element, and then on the details panel we can go to the collision and set this to overlap with pawns only.
Overlap only pawns, okay. Oh, I see. That means it will clip through you if you walk right into him. That's what it is. Overlap only pawns. Other pawns.
We'll use this later. But first let's see how we can spawn that into the world.
Okay.
So we go back to our player controller.
Yeah, go back to our player controller.
And we want to trigger an action depending on an input.
Okay. Yeah, this is when we're going to drop an orb. Our player controller. Here's our player controller. This is how we control our own player.
So once again, we go to the project settings and there to input. And
project settings,
action
input. Okay, project settings, input. Project settings is huge. There's a lot of, it's like hundreds of pages of settings. Toggle input, left mouse button, right. We're going to assign the space bar to dropping an orb now.
We name this one Spawn Orb.
Spawn Orb, okay.
Okay,
this is another key binding we're adding now. No. Action mapping's up here. That's it. Spawn orb. And we're going to choose the spacebar. There, spacebar. So you press that, and then you press the button that you want to assign to it.
Press here and hit spacebar to bind that to that action.
And no need to save, it's automatically saved. Spawn orb, toggle input. Let's get out of here. Come on. There we go.
Back in the controller, we search for spawn orb input event. And then on...
Oh, event spawn orb. Right, because it's... We just created that. We just named it that. spawn orb. Are you sure this isn't getting loud? These kind of soundtracks kind of annoy me, where it's just running. It's a running game or something. Okay, so what are we doing? Oh yeah. Spawn orb. Ding. There it is. Input action spawn orb. So that's what he should have.
The release?
Yep.
We use a function called spawn actor from class.
Spawn actor from class, okay. So nothing happens when you click it, but when you release it, that's when it drops an orb. Spawn actor from class.
500 points into my spawn.
Wait, spawn actor none? Oh, okay.
And the class we want to pick is a BP orb.
BP orb, okay. Class is BP orb, which is the one that we created just now. There it is. Input action spawn orb.
So with a right click and split, we can access the variables of the struct. So we need a location.
Oh yeah, we're gonna split. Okay, I'll show you. So spawn transform, collision handling override, instigator. But how? Oh, spawn transform.
With a right click and split.
Okay, spawn transform, and then split the structural pin. There. Okay, do you see what we're doing? This is spawn transform location, spawn transform rotation, spawn transform scale.
We can access the variables of the struct. So we need a location to spawn.
Yeah, we need the location.
We can use the same location where the bot is in the moment we hit.
Aha! Get control pawn and get actor location. That's how we're going to tell this what location to put the orb. Pretty cool, huh? Get actor location. Get control location, get actor location.
It's a space bar. So we add this
and then we tell this spawn transform location that's where to put the orb.
Hit save and
okay, compile save.
Now we can walk around and spawn orbs.
Let's see if that's true. We should be able to walk around and spawn orbs now. Is that true? Okay, so here's the game. Hey, we're walking around, isn't this fun? And now let's spawn an orb. Clunk, there's an orb. That's it. Whoa. Orb. Rubber. We're spawning orbs. It's amazing.
Danbrain47 said, we got orb.
Elder Colvey House said, it's all be amazing.
Whee! I love how he's like running like ah. That's kind of cute actually. And you see how he transitions in and out of running, walking and running. It's pretty neat. Okay, so out of the game, continuing.
With orbs in the world, we want the AI now to collect them.
SS hearting orbs.
Sharding orbs out. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, Baha. Then the AI bot is the pooper scooper.
Yeah, so now we need to tell the AI bot to walk around and collect the orbs that we drop.
So instead of walking to 000,
remember, he was just, after 3 seconds, he would just move to 000. Where's our AI controller? Yeah, see, now we have too many. Let's reduce the number of glunk and goop. Okay, now we're back to our blueprint AI controller. So, you know, he was just walking to destination 000. So now we're going to make that dynamic.
We want the bot to go to an orb. And we can use a function to find an orb. And we call this
function 21 overwritable.
Function find orb.
Find orb. Okay. Find orb. Okay.
This function should output if it found an orb, so we do a boolean, which we call success.
Okay, success outputs boolean success. Whoops, success.
Krimazolova 1993 said.
Oh,
slots 500.
There we go. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can reorder. You know, you can move this stuff around if you need to. It's a boolean, true or false.
Yes, and we add a second one and change the type to an actor.
To an actor. Oh. Okay, we add another one, and now the type is actor. Actor, object type actor, right? Yeah.
Which we will name orb actor. So
orb actor, okay. And we're doing it in camel caps, because that's very common in C++. I mean, the whole thing is compiled in C++, so that's why we're doing it this way. Okay.
So let's make the logic for that. First, we want to get all actors of class.
Mass bomb.
And here we want to look for our BP orbs.
There we go. Now I can see the chat better. Okay, I missed a little bit. Okay, so we have what? So we have find orb.
Success. Output if it found an orb.
Oh, it automatically gave it. Orb actor return node. Orb actor. See, it just seemed to like automatically know.
So we do a boolean, which we call success.
Success.
And we add a second one and change the type to an actor, which we will name
orb actor. See, it automatically puts a space in here. You see that?
Let's make...
He misspelled it. Arctor. Arctor.
What's the logic for that? First, we want to get all actors of class.
Okay, get all actors of class.
And here we want to look for...
Stop. Find orb. I still don't know how he's detaching so easily. Get all actors of class. And you can almost guess what it's going to be. It's the BP orb.
For our BP orbs.
BP orb.
In the scene. This gives us an area of all orbs.
Actors.
It's basically a list. We can use get length.
Yeah, now we're going to get the length of that. Out actors, the length of the that list of orbs. There's the length.
Check if something is in it.
If it's greater than 0. If it's greater than 0. And we'll just leave it because it's already greater than 0.
If this area is bigger than 0, we can use a branch. And if this is true, we found something. And if...
Okay. And the branch is... what is branch? Oh, it's if. Yeah, if. Branch, and then if it's true, then we found something. Now don't ask me why we have to... Oh, get all actors of class. We actually have to connect this, and I don't understand yet why we have to connect that.
If it's false, we say
if it's false,
we were not successful.
Okay, if it's false, then we say we were not successful. Okay, fine. Hey. Hey. Oh, not the Boolean itself, the entire node. Yeah, return node.
Not successful.
And what he did, he just copied it. But if it is successful...
Dunbrine47 thought it was wise to
and if it's true, we found off. So now we make this simple and just...
Oh, what was that? Oh, hey, 8-bit. Hey, 8-bit.
Dunbrain47 said, "Hi, Haunted."
We're finishing up the tiny game number 1 tonight. After we're done with this, then we have 7 games to go. either 7 or 8. I haven't decided how many I'm going to do. And the reason I'm doing so many is because I need to validate my dedication to game development. If I can't get through these 8 games with tutorials, like step-by-step tutorials, then I wouldn't have the confidence in trying my hand at developing my own games. But if I do get through these 8, then I pretty much prove that yes, I can be a game developer. And then after the 8 games, then I would build one of my own tiny games from scratch. And then after that, I would probably pick a small game and then develop my own small game from scratch. And then I could try developing a medium-sized game. Do you see how it's a progression? You kind of have to progress using baby steps. And this is one great way to build skills. And build proficiency in anything you're doing. Like if it's a particular career interest you're doing, like it can take years and years to learn astronomy or something. I mean, I'm just throwing things out there. Or finance. You don't just kind of gobble things up all at once. Or if you start a company, don't try to start a huge mega corporation to compete with Microsoft. It doesn't work like that. You start with a small startup. See, it's the same concept.
Just get the first orb in that list.
Okay, get the first orb. What did he do?
So now we make this simple and just get the first orb in that list.
Oh, get. Okay, get.
And plug that into our return.
Stop, pause. Yeah, I don't know why the player controls keep failing like that. Get a copy. Yeah, I think that's what he chose.
First orb in that list.
Yeah, get a copy.
And plug that into our
orb actor. Now remember, I don't know exactly why we have to do all this. This seems like a bit of overkill, but then again, I just don't know Unreal Engine enough yet, right? So maybe this all makes sense.
Return home. And when we hit compile and go back to our event graph, we can drag in our function.
God damn it.
So we made our own node. We could now
it won't. Yeah, it's stuck and it won't respond to my keyboard input.
Return node. And when we hit compile and go back to our...
There, now it's working. And then we hit compile, then we go back to our event graph.
Our event graph.
And it should look a lot like that. Yeah, it does. Get controlled pawn. Yeah, I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit.
We can drag in our function.
Oh, we can drag in that whole function that we just created. See, this is its own function. So this is more of a reference than anything. So find orb, then the target is BPAI controller.
So we made our own node. We could now hook up like we did before, but in this case we can make this function pure, and when we drag this in now, it doesn't have execution pins.
Oh, why would we do that? Find orb, pure, and now we pull it in. And now it's just a real simple successor orb actor.
Be aware that also means each time a value is needed from this node, it will be executed. But that's okay for here.
Okay. Here's a branch.
So if we are
I think what we should do is do it like he did it.
Value is needed from this node.
Success and then if. Okay. So we can drag this for a better a better branch. Oh, it's the same thing.
But that's okay.
Oh, what was that? You're not getting alerts when you go live and you have them on?
Elder Colvey House said, yeah, just make sure to check Twitch directly for your favorite streams.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with notifications, and that's why I've learned never to rely on notifications for anything.
So if we are successful...
like for instance, every couple hours I look outside to make sure that people aren't running and is trying to escape because an incoming nuclear warhead. Well, I don't wait to get a notification about an incoming nuclear warhead. I check periodically so that if it looks like there is an incoming ICBM from Russia, well, I have time to react because I didn't wait for the notification. Yeah, remember, if you wait for a notification that the world's ending, well, you probably won't survive, right? That's my take on it.
Successful.
Yeah, because notifications often don't work correctly.
We will do the AI move.
Okay, success, condition, branch from the move. That is, yeah, we've got it working like that now.
Move to command.
Okay, and if it's true, then that means that they did find an orb.
Said,
and we will use the orb actor output and plug that.
Oh, the orb actor output and plug it into the target actor. There it is, see? So we're telling the AI to move to the target actor if this function found another orb in the list of orbs that I have dropped. That's what this does here.
That into the target actor.
Oh.
And then when the AI reaches the destination successfully, we want to move again.
Yep, move. On success, move. Move.
In addition, we want to change our timer and check that this is looping. So it's checked.
Okay, set timer by event. Yes, let's make sure that it's looping every 3 seconds. Oh, let's say 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds, it's going to check if there was another orb that I dropped.
Checking every 3 seconds.
Uh-huh.
When playing now, we can spawn orbs.
Mm-hmm.
And our little blue robot will go and run to the orb.
Okay.
But as the orb still...
Let's make sure that that's true first. Okay, here we go. Play. All right, there's our little... We are both crimson.
Elder Colvey House said, it changed both of our colors.
Yeah, I do check Twitch periodically to see who's playing. We have a problem. It changed us too. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because we now have to... Oh, I know why. I know why. Because now we have to... Capsule component. We have to change our our character now. Yep, we have to change our character's color, just like we did his.
What color was our body before?
Yeah, I don't remember, and I don't have a version control set up. You can create version control to go back to revert to any previous version of your game, but that's outside the scope of this first one. So we let's see, where are we going to do that? Where would we do that? Window details, landscape, select mode, select. Yeah, I don't know. See, here's the bot. Dinner's ready, so be right back. Does anyone remember?
Does anyone remember?
Herr Milkenschild Said, it was green, I think, grass green.
Yeah, okay, it was green. Yeah. So we need to figure out how to find ours. Capsule component. Oh, this is the mesh. That's it. See, that's him right there. Antibot. SKM antbot. Search assets. Bot.
Dunbrain47 said.
Yeah, but what the hell? Game maps valid. That is totally, yeah, now I remember it. But what I don't understand, see, this is the parent. Okay, so there's the parent. But what did it, yeah, I missed something. I clearly missed something. And what I don't understand is, so I click on him and I see the details, okay? But there's the mesh, see? So the skeleton mesh is that, but then element 0 is this, element 1 is this. And I thought there was a variable down here that governs the collision. Yeah, I thought we chose that as like body color or something. Advanced. Master, lighting, animation, deformer, skin, rendering. Well, we'll figure it out in a minute. Yeah, let's not worry about it right now. Maybe I have to look for color. All results have been filtered. See, it's not what I think. Yeah, we'll have to fix that later. Okay. But what are we doing? Okay, so let's see if it's true now. Let's drop an orb. And then after 5 seconds he will go and retrieve it. But, you know, we have to like unspawn these orbs. Let's see if this is working correctly. So after 5 seconds. Oh, he's not
He will be the first in the list. He will not move to another. For that, we need to remove it from the world.
Okay.
To do that, we can use events the components can give us. For example, the begin overlap event.
Okay.
That we can use events the components
Add
can
event.
give us.
Okay, so we go back into the BP orb. Where is that? Yeah, there is BP orb. And pick up orb. And now we're going to add event to the orb.
For example, the begin overlap event.
Begin overlap. There it is, begin overlap. Oh, that's interesting. Relaxing Final Fantasy 15 music. That's better. This is a little better, isn't it? Okay, so now we got our on component begin overlap.
Event. We already know this actor will only overlap with pawns because that's what we said in the details. That includes our own bot and the AI bot. Here we get the actor that begin to overlap with this orb. We don't want our player to directly remove it after it got spawned, so we have
cast to pawn. Other actor, cast to pawn. Okay, yeah, now it looks just like his.
To differentiate between them, so we cast to a pawn. Carefully with casting, it has hard references, and it means when an actor gets loaded memory, everything it's casted to will also be loaded. Now we drag out the pawn and we can ask if this is player controlled.
Is it player controlled? Okay, as pawn is player controlled. The reason we can get away with doing it with this logic is because there's only two actors. There's orbs and then there's ant bots. That's really, or right now,
as
that's
we have
all
an AI and a player controller, this will give us a desired result.
Okay, and then return value, if, create a branch.
So if the bot is not player controlled, we will destroy, and
is player controlled, then we will destroy the orb.
Thus remove it from the world. Here we are. So
destroy actor. Let's hope it doesn't destroy us by accident. Sounds like the kind of bug that I've introduced.
Now let's hit play and see.
Okay, let's see if that's true. Okay, On overlap, boop. Okay, there. See, so he's picking up our orbs now. Now watch this. See, he keeps, and he's going around and picking all of them up. Good.
See what it does. We can spawn orbs, and the AI now begins to follow us and collecting those orbs. So here we have it. Running around, spawning orbs, and having a little AI following us.
Okay, now we have to, let's try to fix this, this problem. Okay, so we left off at 101.19. Now remember when we were creating...
variation, and then food right. Pawn, which we currently controlling, the AI controller. So last thing, we go to the create menu, type UK whole area around, let's change that. All bots have the same color, and to avoid an identity crisis on our bots, let's change that. We will use the construction script of our bot for that. When we select our mesh, we will remember that our bot has two materials, and his body match gets a node called create dynamic material instance.
Yeah, which I did.
And we do this on the element
create dynamic material instance, BP bot. Yeah. Material instance.
0, which is our body material. So
return. I
so
did all that right.
Here we can use the instance and now set a vector parameter with our color. So the parameter
color.
Name.
And let's just make sure we're still simulating. Whoops. Ding. There. Yeah, you can't change this stuff when the game's when you're in the game.
We change to color and change the color to a blue.
To a blue. But we actually didn't do that. We parameterized that.
After hit the bots is here and promote it to a variable eye icon here, we can make that color. And with this little eye icon here, we can expose this variable to
how to export the game, correct?
That's a very good question.
Elder Colvey said,
Dunbrine is correct.
I'll do that separately here, using a different video.
Yeah, he does not cover that, and because that's something extra I wanted to do, and because that's what we'll be doing with all 8 of these games. So we obviously had to learn it. So, and as you might guess, there are 2 snafus. Yeah, there are 2 snafus, and I go over those 2 snafus as well. In fact, you almost start going down a rabbit hole.
Be editable.
You know what? I'm starting to think. Okay. Camera, spring arm, color, linear color. Yeah, we did that right.
Instance. Let's see this also up here.
Instance editable. Yes, I did. I did add instance editable. Hey, Beth. Hi, Beth.
Hi, Beth, Shadow Killer.
And then we change it back to our orange we had before.
Oh, this is the one we have to change back to what we had before, which is green and okay. I can't remember how green it was.
Hi, Beth.
How green was it? I really can't remember. I think it was something like that. Here, let's see what it looks like.
Sorry I'm late, I was sucked in baseball playoff land.
Oh, it's okay.
Haha, sucking on baseballs.
No, see, it changed him again. Changed both of us. See, so now we're both green again, so I still have that problem.
Now we can give this little bot his own individual color by going here in his details panel. Okay, there we go. Now we change him to crimson.
Beth der Schattenmörder.
There's a good crimson. Okay, now he's crimson. Let's hope that we're still green. There we go. We fixed it. Yes, that's all I did. Okay, it was just it was actually just the wrong variables. We had just set a universal variable, and then we accidentally set ours to his. So now the bot is red and we are green. It's like the North Pole. Santa's elves, red and green. You know, that is a good point, though. We have green grass. Why don't we change our... Let's change our color just slightly. Let's give it like a turquoise. Yeah, something more like that, maybe. Compile. Ding. Valley. Save. Ding. That's a little better. I mean, it differentiates ourselves from the grass a little bit. We're almost like turquoise. There you go. See, now we could do that same thing for the face and even the metal. Remember, the metal is a particular material. We could do that for all three of them, so you can customize it individually, but let's not do that. Let's just kind of follow the Flippadoodle.
And name this one BP000. We want to have this updated.
Oh, we haven't done
this. Go don't our
okay, here we go. We haven't done that
begins
yet.
To follow us around. Now let's add some more.
There, interaction component.
Elder Colvey House said, pressure plate is next.
Okay.
More interaction and do some more game elements. We will do a pressure plate that will open a door, and we want our robot to be able to trigger it. First, we create another blueprint actor and name this one BP pressure plate.
Pressure plate. Okay, so we're gonna wait in game elements. Yeah, see, this is the best way to organize all of your assets by putting them into folders so they're not all one big glob, right? So it's BP pressure plate.
And when this is done and we open it up, we can drop.
You can drop in our frame and platform mesh.
Platform.
Okay, frame and platform. Okay, see, this is our blueprint, but it doesn't know what we want to add to the blueprint yet. So we get this, and then put that into here.
And then make the frame our root.
Okay, the frame is the root. Okay, there you go. So it's pressure plate, this is the blueprint, and then there's the pressure plate frame and the pressure plate platform. God, say that 10 times. Pressure plate platform, pressure plate platform, blah, blah, blah.
When what we want to do is move the platform up and down when something stands on it.
Okay, that's the idea. We want to move this up and down. See, remember, it's the same it's the same color as our plastic. Okay.
To do that, we will add a box collision component that will serve us as our trigger.
Box collision, okay. Where did he do that?
What we want to do is move the platform up and down when something stands
on it.
Yeah. To do that, we will add a box collision component.
Box collision, okay. Add box collision right there. Good.
That will serve us as our trigger. So let's scale this up a bit so it covers the area we want. And now we want to add a begin.
Okay. Okay. So box collision. So we have to decide, or we have to tell it where the collision is. So when you pass that threshold, then it will it will consider that you collided. Yeah, see, right about like that. Good.
Overlap event, like we did before with the orb, but
on component begin overlap.
Add a begin overlap event, like we did before with the orb.
Add on component begin overlap.
But this time we also want the end overlap event.
Oh, we want end overlap. Okay, right. Begin overlap and also on component end overlap. Okay, so we got begin overlap when you walk on it, and then end overlap when you let go of it.
I want to test if this is working. So we use our print string again.
Okay, we're going to do our print string. Print string. There, you're standing on shit.
And we keep the hello for the begin overlap, and we add another one.
Print string. Print string. Where are you going, asshole? Okay, let's see if it works.
For the end overlap, where we say goodbye. So with this done, let's go back in our level.
Yeah, and let's see if it works. Well, we have to compile that and then save and then go back into the level.
And get into the content drawer and just look for our elements.
Yep, there's our... You can't get the pressure plate, you have to get our blueprint that we've created. Okay, and then we bring it up, and then let's switch to end, clunk, there, and let's try it out. Whoops. Okay, let's try it. Okay, now we stand on it, it should... Hey, it's not, nothing's happening.
Let's bring in the pressure plate. And when we press play and move around, you can see the hello and button.
Oh yeah, we haven't done anything yet with it. Okay, so we should see you're standing on shit. Oh, I can't, it's too high. I can, oh, there it is. I can actually get up through this. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're gonna have to solve that later on. Look at this, I can't get up. I can't get it up. Okay, so let's drop it just a tad. And now maybe I can climb on it. Now it should say you're standing on shit. See up there? You're standing on shit. And then, hey, where are you going? Hey, it's working.
Elder Colvey House said, it's working.
I mean, the print strings are working, so it knows when I'm standing on it.
Triggered when we begin and end over.
Yeah.
So this is already working quite nice. But we don't want to output.
Yeah, you know a problem that we keep having though, I'm having that problem where my bot is getting stuck on stuff. See, like right there and right there and right here. See, now he's stuck again. And I thought I had solved that before.
Dunbrain47 said, it just works.
I hope that music isn't getting too loud again. Yeah, but I'm having a serious problem with my my walking distance with him. So let's so we have to go back and find out where that was. You fucker. Okay. It would be in the blueprint player controller. That's right. It would be in the blueprint player controller. Somewhere here is my BP player controller. And what was it? It was like climb height or something.
Exclamation mark jump.
I don't know where it was. Maybe we have to go into to the game itself and find us. Not that, no, not the foliage actor. I'm talking about me, which is right here. But it's interesting. Oh, there it is. Okay, so player start, capsule component, collision. See, there's a lot of stuff here, but what is like the climb height? See, I can't find it. I don't remember where that was. BP bot, BP game mode. And it wouldn't be in here because this is just the actual mesh itself. But do you remember we saw that we changed it before? Do you remember that, Don Brian? Just can't remember where it was. See, this is the problem with complexity of these systems, or like, you know, when you can spend a long time just trying to tweak one variable. Well, we'll figure that out later. That's one thing we'll have to troubleshoot.
Put some text, but move the platform mesh up and down. So back in our pressure plate, we will first remove this.
Okay, let's go into our pressure plate again. Let's remove the print strings.
And string nodes. And to do the animation of the pressure plate, we will use a timeline.
Timeline. Good. Add timeline.
And we name this plate animation.
Plate animation. Okay, so we're going to animate the plate.
So when we double click, we can add different tracks to this one. But first we want to go pretty fast, so we set the length of this timeline to be ½ a second.
Oh, let's do 1 minute. I mean 1 second. Okay, so length is going to be like 1 second.
And next we will add a float track.
Okay, we'll add a float track.
So this track we will use to animate the plate.
Plate movement, that's what it's called, this track. The features and the bells and whistles are just endless. Just endless bells and whistles in the software.
Movement. Now we can add some keys. So the first key is at 0 second and the
So what we're doing, we're actually creating an animation. It's going to animate up and down. So add key, and then this starts at 0 and the value is 0.
Value to be 0. And then we do another key, and that one will be set to 1 after ½ a second.
Well, actually 1 second. Okay, another one. For us, it's 1 second.
And with this,
and then that's value 1. Okay, so see?
Buttons, we can focus on that area.
Aha, so we can focus on that whole area right there, see? Now there it is.
Yeah, so this value will increase over time from 0 to 1, and we will use this to move our plate.
Okay.
So here is our float pin that will give us a value when the timeline is playing. We will take So here is our float pin that will give us a value when the time.
Let's make sure we have it too. Plate movement, there it is, because you know, we made that variable. That's why it's there. Remember, we called it plate movement. It's yeah. Plate movement. Okay.
Timeline is playing.
SM pressure plate platform. Yeah, there we go. See, this node represents that whole unit.
We will take the platform mesh in here and look for set relative location. By start, this is 0, 0, 0. We want to have this up.
Okay, set relative location.
Dated when the timeline plays. As we only want to.
Good. Good.
Change the Z value of this vector. We will use one of the mass nodes and search for multiply.
Okay. See, we're only changing, it's only going up and down, so we don't need all X, Y, and Z.
The pins here are great. One of the mass nodes and search for multiply.
Okay, multiply.
The pins here are...
Okay, multiply. That's what it looks like.
Grayed out because it's wildcard pins that can become different variables. They get...
Okay.
automatically changed when I track something in. And now we can split our location vector.
Yeah, split the location vector, so we're only interested in the Z, which is up and down.
And connect the output to the Z.
Okay, connect the output to Z.
That component. So when the platform reaches 1, we want the plate to be at around -20. So let's hook this up and...
Okay. -20, which is 20 ticks lower than when before we stepped on it.
Can do it.
Okay, so now we update, switch this to play, on component begin overlap and on component end overlap. It's going to be the reverse. See, just like that.
Play and reverse when end overlay.
Hey, what's up?
So now back in our level we can run around. And you can see it's already triggered, but maybe a little bit hefty. So before...
Okay. Where is that pressure plate? Yeah, we kind of need to bring it up a little bit. Shoop. There. Okay, now let's check it out and see if it works. So we step on it, but he's having a problem. Oh, look. Yeah, he was able to do it. I don't know why we can't. Here, watch. Bing. See? We're having a real problem getting up on that. Oh, there. It's worked. There. See, it worked just now. And then if he can't seem to get up either. Yeah, see, that's a real problem. So actually, through him, let's click on him. He is a character mesh 0. Linear damping, angular damping, character stop, overlap, collision presets, teleport distance. See, it's like everything is here except what I'm looking for. Ray tracing, skeletal mesh. And that jump. Yeah, I really don't know. Oh, here it is. Braking friction factor. Mass 100, crouched half height, braking friction factor, walking swimming, maximum step height. A maximum height a character can step up, walkable floor angle. I think we're going to have to change this. Yeah, 44, so to 55, and then 10,000 centimeters. I don't know why it has to be 10,000, but let's check it out. Maybe that's the solution. And I still can't climb up on it. But can he? Let's see, he should be able to walk right over it. There, now let's try it. See, it seems to, it seems to pertain to him, but not to me. Now, why would that be? That is really weird. I don't know. But anyway.
Before we continue, let's stop here, go back and fix this. The value is a little bit high, so we go to -10 and that.
Okay, -10. How about -12? Is this still Final Fantasy 15? Yeah, Relaxing Final Fantasy 15 music. Okay. There it goes. And then I can't get back on it. But it seems like when I have enough motion or forward momentum, I'm able to climb on it. Or maybe I have to be... Shoot. Nope, see? I can't get on it again. Ding. Okay, now you pick this up. Let's see if he walks right on top of it. See, he does. Ding. Okay, that's something to fix later. Whoops. Okay, let's keep moving.
I think that should work better. So let's play again and see how that is doing.
Ding.
Yeah, that's what we want. So the plate is moving down and up. So we have the pressure plate. Now let's create another actor for our door and call...
Yeah, there's a door. Okay. And he's under game elements.
Call this one BP door.
BP door, game elements. And then blueprint class, actor, BP, door.
When we open this up, we do the same as before. We will go to our props folder and first we will bring in the wall frame and make this one.
Can you hear that okay?
We go to our props folder and first we will bring in the wall frame and...
The wall frame, okay, modular wall frame. Okay, so we're going to bring in from the props folder the modular wall frame. Well, this is the frame, okay.
And makes this one the root.
Okay, and we make that the root. Good.
Next we need the two door meshes. It's the same mesh for both, so we will add 2 of them.
Door 1, okay, fine. Because there's 2 doors, see? It's like a sliding door in the middle. So, door 1. See, look, it's the same material as before. See, it's reusing our materials.
And let's name one door L for left.
L.
And the other one door.
Door right. Okay, door underscore right.
All right.
Got it.
As we want them to move around here, but it would be easier if the relative location would stay at 0, 0, 0. So let's do a small trick. We will add a scene component.
Okay, a scene component. There's the scene component.
And we call this like anchor underscore L.
Anchor underscore L. Okay. So we've created a scene component. See, it's right there, and it's just going to be an anchor.
To the proper position.
Yeah, but what is the position? The proper position is going to be, I guess it should be right. Yeah, let's get it the same. So his says 0, 170, 0. Yes, that's it. He must have an ultra widescreen monitor or something. Look at all that space he has. You can change the interface so everything's smaller too if you need to.
Elder Colvehouse said, "How's everyone doing in the chat?"
Doing okay, guys?
Then put the door under that anchor.
I'll put the door under the anchor. I see.
And bring back the relative location to 0.
Dunbrain47 said, watching how to door in UE5.
And now we put the relative location of that door back to 0.
The same for the other side. So we add another scene component and call this one anchor underscore.
Another scene, but you have to get under this and then anchor scene. score right. And now here's our orphaned door. We're going to give it a parent. There we go.
For R. And then move this to its proper position on the other side. In this case, it's
330. Okay, so we're going to move this one to 330, but it's pointing the wrong way.
The opposite direction as the other, so you rotate this one.
Yeah, see, so we're just going to rotate it 180 degrees around the Z axis and flip-a-doodle boing. And then we just have to do the same thing, I think. We switch, oh, it's already set to 0.
180 degree. And now we can put our door under the anchor and we have a setup we can easily work with.
Got it. Okay, and there's our blueprint for the entire door.
Back in our event graph, let's first delete those nodes.
Now we're in the event graph of our blueprint.
Because this time we will start with custom events. The first one we want to do is calling this one open door. And
okay, custom event, open door.
Then we need a second one.
Close door. Add custom event, close door. Okay, there. See, just like that, just like he did.
We will call close door. And again, we will do a timeline calling this door.
Yeah, this is what we did before with the pressure plate. Add timeline. Oh shit. Yeah, there we go.
This is nearly the same setup as before. We will do one tiny thing different.
Door animation.
Which you will see in a second. So door animation, and then this time we will make this also as short 0.5 a second. We could also do vector tracks here, but I
Oh, cool.
Elder Colvey House said, "Oh cool Beth. Is it mobile game?"
Yeah, is it PC gaming or is it mobile gaming? You do like a 1 hour a day game, right? Or 1 hour gaming sessions once per day.
Personally prefer 2 seconds. We could we will anything different, which you will see in a second. So door animation, and then this time.
Yeah, now remember we double click on it and then that opens up a whole different graph specifically for the door animation node.
Also as short 0.5 seconds. We could also do vector tracks here, but I personally...
No, let's do 2 seconds. I don't want the door opening so
work
fast.
Here in a 0 to 1 space and tweak the values after.
Okay, door movement. You know, this should look really familiar. We just did this.
Without the need of changing the curve every time.
Okay, so the first one, add key to curve, it's 0, 0. There should be an easier way to do that. And then add key. Now we have 2 seconds and the value should be 1. And then we can zoom there, and there it is.
Time. So the curve we want to model just like how in this case the animation is played. But first we need this first 2 keys, and then we can do it a little bit more interesting by selecting those keys and changing them from linear to break.
And it becomes like a Bezier curve. See? So change them to break, and now you can make the door like smoothly transition. But how do you do that? No, not like that. Oh, there we go.
And that gives us tangents, and this tangents here we can use to manipulate the curve, so we can bring this down to have a more interesting sliding.
Yeah, like that. Let's do that.
And back in the graph, we can take both door components.
Actually, what I want to do, I want it to start out. Slow, but then I want it to gain momentum, but then slow down at the end. So this is how you do that. See? But I don't know how to increase this. Maybe it's some other linear interpolation, cubic interpolation, auto, tangents, constant, linear interpolation. Use broken tangents, yeah. But how do I change the tangent length? Well, that's something. I mean, you will be able to change the tangent length later, but see, it's like, I would like this to come out more. I'd like it to be faster, but then smoother. And there's a way to do that, I just don't know. It's a special button. It's not that, it's not this, it's not that. There must be some way to do it. Anyway, there's our interpolation. And then he goes back to the event graph.
And again, look for set relative transform. We put this under the anchor, so that will help.
Set relative location, not set relative transform. Yeah, nice try. Oh no, which one is it?
And again, look for set relative transform. We put this under the anchor.
Oh, SM door right. Okay. So how did he create those?
And back in the graph.
Oh, okay. He grabs both of these and puts them in. Got it. Got it. Set relative location.
We can take both door components. And again, look for set relative transform. We put this under the anchor, so that will help us a lot.
Oh, both of them. Okay. Both of them into one target.
Again, we split the vector, and this time we use a multiply again, and
we're sliding on the x-axis. So we have to split, ding, and it's going to be against the x. So update. I think I see why. These are like the master connectors. That's why you have to tell it to. That's why you have to connect these two together.
We will multiply it.
Yeah, door movement, multiply. Still don't understand why we have to do multiply.
70. We connect it to the y component, so the door slides.
-70. Okay, so it just turns out it was designed that way so that it's -70.
In and out of the frame.
Oh, it's y. I meant y, not x-axis. We'd have it going up and, or we'd have it going backwards.
So open door should play time forward.
And then closed door should reverse it. Play forward, reverse.
And close should play it in reverse. So this is it, and for a quick test we want to see if this works, so we will get back our begin play. We want to open the
event begin play. This is when you first load the level.
Or after a few
and then after a few seconds. Oh, let's say 5 seconds. Okay.
Seconds. I normally prefer the set time setup, but we will use a delay node,
Completed.
which will work for now.
Then it will be open door, and then we'll just see open door. Good.
And then we will open the.
Let's just see if it works first. Okay.
So we can go back to our level, look at our BP door, and drag that into our level.
Yeah, spawn a door.
Let's try.
Okay. There's our BP door. Okay, so ding, and then let's plop it to the ground. Clunk. Oh, it is. It is, I guess. Okay, and then end. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so now we'll press play, and then we watch it. After 5 seconds, it should open. It works!
Elder Calvé House said, it workings.
That's amazing! That's funny. It's like I can...
Dunbrain47 said, nice.
And then I can't get back up on that damn thing. But then if I'm running into it, then see, yeah, something's definitely wrong. Okay, so now what?
I had to find a nice spot, like here at the entry or exit of the valley. So we have to try to open that.
Okay, so the entrance or the exit of the valley. So this is how we're going to do it. I think we're going to put a bunch of doors. We're going to put a bunch of them that span this entire length here, and that's the only way you can escape the valley. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so let's start dragging them out, I guess. So BP door. And to make it look convincing, we'll have to rotate some of these. There. And then up. And back a little bit. Or maybe over this way a little bit so you can't cheat. And then end. Plop it down. Good. Okay, and then I'm just going to copy and then paste. And then here's the second one. There's number 2. Let's make sure they're not like clipping into each other. Oh, it's not working probably because it is. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, good. Okay, and then move this, and then now we're going to rotate it a little bit more. Goes. Not perfect, but okay. Okay, and then shoot. I think we should be okay just doing it like this. Okay, and then let's keep pasting. Show loop. And then copy and paste. Shloop. Good. And then this is where I'd want to paste, but then we'll start rotating. Actually, we'll start rotating with this guy. Okay, so we're going to rotate once, and then bring him over here. And then we'll rotate him twice. You can change the snapping if you want. You can turn it off. You know, this is just an easy startup kind of configuration, and we're not really changing the defaults right now. Okay, there. Okay, so now let's save that and then press play, and then oh, you know what? It's so far away we can't even see them. Oh, they're all opening up. Look. See, they all opened up, so they're all following the same blueprint. Good. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Do you see how I have the reflections automatically working? Okay.
We could properly place it a little bit nicer, but I think
Elder Colvey House said.
So, et voila, after 3 seconds, the door will swing open. So how does the plate now tell the door when to open? There's a lot of ways to do it, and you can look into Blueprint communication to learn more. I want to show you one way, and that is using a known component. We can create a blueprint here, and we find an actor component. Let's create one, and let's call this one BP actor component.
Okay, so it's going to be
Let's create a known component. We can create a
actor
blueprint here, and we find an actor component. Let's create one, and let's call this one BP interaction component. Imagine this to be a small container for game logic.
Okay, BP interaction. So it's not an actor this time, it's actually a actor component. Blueprint actor component. BP interaction.
You can add to any actor in your project. So when we
Oh, let's call it the same thing that he does, just so we don't get confused.
we open this up, it looks like any actor blueprint we have seen before, but it doesn't have a viewport or components. Let's remove this for a second. We will do some...
Yeah, it doesn't have the stuff we're normally
Something
used
extremely
to.
simple here. We create...
Add custom event.
A custom event that we can call from outside later. First, we call start interaction, and then we do
okay, start interaction.
Second one, and this one we will call stop interaction.
Stop interaction. Okay, what do we do with these?
Next, we will use an event dispatcher, which will give us the possibility to shout out into the world that this event occurred. And we call this one on interaction.
On interact. Yeah, because there are listeners elsewhere, and we can transmit that an event occurred. And then we'll make a listener. Then we'll create a listener to listen for this dispatcher.
And up right here, we can add a variable, and we keep it a bool and say simply on.
On. Okay. On. Hey. On.
Now we can drag it in and call this one from start interaction and say
call on interact. Call on interact. Okay.
This is on, and then we do a second one on stop interaction, and here we say it.
On.
It's false.
Off. And the reason there's on off is because we created that variable back there. See? On interact. See, we made an input right there for on. It was a variable in the dispatcher.
That's all our component will need. So let's hook this up. In the pressure plate, we can...
Now we have to go into the pressure plate and put this actor controller blueprint into the pressure plate. Confused yet?
Now add our new component.
See, this is why a lot of people get really intimidated or discouraged by game development. Things will start to make sense. A lot of this stuff seems really like giant teeth waiting to tear you apart. Just like quantum physics formulas and equations. Calculus equations, they look like giant teeth. It's like, oh God, I'm not going to get through. You will. You'll learn. You'll get the hang of it.
So let's hook this up in the
BP pressure plate. What are we listening to now? Oh, it's the same thing still.
Pressure plate, we can now add our...
In the pressure plate. Yeah, see, there's our plate animation.
Component we just made.
BP interaction component, which is... Yeah, BP interaction component. How did he do that?
We can now add our new component we just made.
Oh, it's without... You have to search for it without the underscores. Okay, now we're going to put it, we're going to put it out there.
So,
and then double click it. Oh, no. No. Pressure plate. There we go.
Let's move the overlap events a little bit to the side.
Begin overlap way over here.
And then we can drag in our component and
BP interaction component.
And use it as any other. From here we can call
start interaction. That was the, remember, that was the function that we created. Start interaction. I could have called it start sharding.
The events
but I
we
called
created,
it that.
Start interact.
Just like that. Okay.
On begin interact and then starts the animation. And also stop interaction
Elder
when
Colby
the end
House
overlap is
sounds
called,
like
and then
007.
play the animation in reverse.
So both. It actually start interaction and then stop interaction. Yeah, it should be one controlling both. Yes. Start, stop, and then instead now this goes to this, and then you will play, and then we play the stop interaction in reverse.
100 points into catapult everyone.
Name's house.
1993 said, the name's house, at Culve House lol.
But ha, nice one.
I never thought of doing that.
Green 47 said, 10/10 crime.
You idiot! It's not like that. It's house, Culvey House. And I want my martini boiled, not stirred. Shaken, not stirred.
Colvey House.
House. It's house, Culvey House. All right.
To show this is already working.
Yeah, let's make sure it's working.
We go back and use our...
Oh man! Hang on. I have to handle this guy.
This is our raid message.
Grovana just raided us. Is that awesome or what? Okay, let's for a second.
Here's our raid message.
Let us. I'm going to mention what we're doing. So, Ruchi's following. Hey, thank you for following. Yeah, thank you for shouting him out. So, everyone who isn't already following Grovana, could you please follow Grovana? And it's twitch.tv/Grovana. And what was he just playing? He was playing something else earlier. He ended up with just chatting, but I know you were playing something earlier. Tell me what you were doing. Oh, by the way, Grovana, I'm becoming a game developer, and that's what you're looking at.
Hello, all from Ray.
We're flirting around learning Unreal Engine 5.
thanks again. I really appreciate that so much. And like I said, everyone who in here who isn't following Krolana yet, if you could please head over and follow him. He's streaming all the time. He's a partner too on Twitch. And then everyone who just came in, oh, if you wouldn't mind, it would be a big bonus if you followed me. So I do quite a variety streams. I do variety shows. I try to mix it up a lot. I happen to be doing a whole series on game development, and that's what we're doing right now. We're in Unreal Engine 5, and we're building it's a very, very tiny game that I'm making to kind of learn Unreal Engine 5. And I'm actually going to be building 8 tiny games. 8. Not 1, not 2, not 5. 8, or even possibly 9. And the reason is, I want to prime myself to be a game developer. And what better way to do that than to create 9 tiny games based on tutorials. I mean, I'm learning a lot about the Unreal Engine, even though a lot of it is confusing. I mean, this is a big confusing splattery mess, but I'm trying to learn it anyway, right? And thanks Perry the Berry 1995 for following, and Ruchi also followed. Yeah, and you guys get stream avatars. And why don't we do a battle royale? This would be a perfect time to do a battle royale. I don't know how many people are here, but
into battle royale.
Wow, that's a lot of people on the battle royale. Okay, let's see who wins. That's a ton of people. Yeah, so you can fart around with your stream avatars while I'm finishing up this tiny game. Okay, but we're also following a tutorial right here.
Use our print string again. To show this is already working, we go back and use our print string.
47
Start interaction, stop interaction, back into the interaction component, which is over here. Yeah, so we're going to...
Again, and saying, for example...
Yeah, print string. So print string, and it's going to be you're interacting, and then the other one's going to be print string why you stop interacting, you stupid. All right, now let's see if these are just test strings to make sure it works.
On when the interaction starts, and we do another one.
Let's see who's winning. I can't tell who's winning. Oh god.
So
there's only a few left.
Up, we can test if this is working. So let's start our game and move our character around. So when we enter the plate, you see on and off. So this is already working quite nicely. Now the door.
Okay, yeah. So let's see if it actually is working. There it is. You're interacting. See, so and then as soon as I move off, it should say while you stop interacting.
1990
there it is.
Said, winner,
it's working.
Barry the Berry 1995
it's interacting.
Nice at Johnson.
Oh, Johnson won. You won how many points? Oh yeah, you got plus 1,000 gold for winning the battle royale. But of course, you can gamble that money away if you want. With slots.
Elder Colvey House said, slots 500.
Okay, let's stop it for a second.
Exclamation mark.
Let me think about this for a second. So he's probably going to have
on that.
Yeah.
Back in our door, we can
back in our door.
Our test code 4. Now the door needs to react on that. Back in our.
Okay, yeah. Now the door needs to react to stepping on the pressure plate. So we have to go into the BP door now. This is the blueprint. Remember, we added this delay and then an open door, so it automatically opens after 5 seconds. We have to get rid of that. We actually have to wire it up to stepping on the plate.
Our door, we can remove our test code for opening the door. And at begin play, we want to listen to the event dispatcher of the component that's calling out into the world that an interaction started or stopped. First, we will add a new variable type and call that trigger. Then,
okay, trigger. Don't know why exactly, but
Exclamation mark slots 100.
Add a variable and call it trigger. Okay.
And we change the type from a Boolean to an actor object reference.
To an actor
because
object, yeah.
Any actor could
Oh, object reference. Okay, actor.
Gonna have a late
Actor.
dinner.
Object reference.
Just a sandwich, nothing fancy.
Just a sandwich? Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know what I'm eating yet either. Does not have enough currency.
I still don't know how to give you guys gold.
Yeah, I think you have to slowly over time earn some currency. Oh, but here, we can give you guys a boost. Here, everyone who just came in. I'm going to drop a bunch of stars. I think you get 100 gold for each of these stars. I don't remember how much gold these stars are worth, but yeah, there's some. There's some gold. Okay.
actually have our interaction component. We can drag this variable in, and then we can check if this is even
get trigger. Okay, so now we're going to bring that.
So we do a
variable in.
Jump.
Get trigger. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you have to like do this, like this, jump.
Exclamation mark jump.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to like exclamation jump.
Exclamation mark jump.
There you go. There you, well, you got 7. I think, I don't know how much those stars, I'll have to increase how much those stars are worth.
Right click and change this to a validate get.
Validate get. Okay, convert to validated get. And then wire that up. Remember, a lot of this stuff I would not know in a million years. I'm just, you know, right now I'm just following the tutorial to slowly make it all come together.
We can
exclamation mark jump
and search for get component by class.
Trigger get component by class. Okay, get component by class. There it is, right there. It helps to type fast too.
So here we can check if this actor has a BP interaction component.
Yeah, okay.
So again,
stop. Actor component, BP action interaction component. That's the one that we created. There you go. Wow, that's a lot. 28. Maybe. Oh, it's 7. I think it's worth 7 each. That must be it. Of course it is, because those are all factors of 7 and. Of course.
We check if this is valid.
Is valid. Okay. Is valid. Oh, I think it's a question mark.
And when both is the case, we know we have an actor here that has our.
Yeah, I notice having to do this a lot. Like you have to wire up is valid all the way to execute. And I don't know why you have to double wire this up double.
We can track out here and assign a custom event to this event dispatcher we called onInteract. So at begin play we assign.
Whoa! Bind event to onInteract.
Exclamation mark jump on.
Assign onInteract. Assign onInteract. Bind event to onInteract. OnInteract event.
We called onInteract. So
exclamation mark bomb.
So at begin play we assign this event to the event dispatcher, and when
oh, this is actually the event dispatcher right here. Okay. He didn't mention that before.
We can react on it. We can now use a branch again to decide what to do.
And then on if. God, this. See how messy it gets really fast. Okay.
When this is true or false. So if it's true, we want to open the door.
Yeah, open door. Open door. That's our function that we created, and then if it's false, and then close door, I bet. we also created that function.
And when it's false, we want to close the door. And with this, we are done. So let's save and go back into our level and set the trigger variable by selecting the door.
Okay. Okay, now we go back into the level. Oh, we have to select all the doors, I guess. Trigger variable, okay.
And I forgot something, so we have to go back to the door and make the trigger
he forgot something.
Exclamation
editable
jump.
per instance with this eye icon.
Oh, per instance. Okay, so we go back to the door, and then we add the trigger actor per instance.
So let's compile and go back. And when we select the door now, we can use a picker to select the pressure plate.
Aha. Okay, picker, pressure plate. Okay, ding. Oh, but you know what? I think what we need to do, this is the final pressure plate, so I think we need to bring this over a bit. Here, let's bring it way over. Ah, okay. Maybe over here a little bit, and then up, and then end to plop it back down to the ground. There's something like that. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now, ding.
And go back, and when we select the door now, we can use a picker to select the pressure plate.
Default trigger pressure plate. Trigger pressure plate.
Exclamation mark
okay,
jump.
There. Okay, so we've done that. See now, but this one does not have it. See, so we have to click that again. Let's say that not all of the doors work. You know, like some of them work, but not all of them. Okay, and then do
exclamation mark bomb.
Okay, and then save, and then play. And let's see how that works. Come on, move faster. This isn't fast enough. Okay, it should look like some of the doors work, but not all of them. Let's see if it worked. Oh, I can't get up.
Crimmers Oliver 1993 said, at Covey House honestly did not know that was your raid alert. Got an idea for mine when streaming shuts.
That was your raid alert? Got an idea for mine when streaming starts? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's my raid alert if more than, I think it's more than 25 people or it's more than 15 people raid. Yeah, it's not, it doesn't work. I have a nuclear siren for most of the raids. Yeah, most of them are a nuclear siren. And then if there's only a few people, it's just like a klaxon. It's like a submarine klaxon alarm that goes off. I wish I knew how to fix this. Yeah, we are going to have to fix this. Oh. Okay, here, I actually got it. Yeah, there, it's working, see? Most of them are opening, but not all of them. That's what I wanted. Okay, it's working.
Plate. When we now start the game, we can walk onto the plate, and that triggers the door, and it leaves the door and open and close. And it also means when we now spawn our orbs and our little bot collecting them, we can make him open the door for us.
Yeah, let's, and so this is actually the goal of the whole level is to do that.
Exclamation mark bomb.
So we're going to have him like follow us and then pick up the orbs as he's following. Let's see if he's doing it. Yeah, he is, see. He's picking up our orbs, and then we're going to place an orb right in the middle of that pressure plate. There. Let's see if he can. Come on, get up there. Good. He opens the door, and this is how we exit the Okay, there is a problem. There is a collision problem, and this is something else he doesn't tell you in the tutorial. So we have to find the solution to this. Yeah, we have to find the solution, like how to get through, because it's actually... Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's impossible. Yeah, a couple of bugs, huh? But yeah, we'll get through that. Interesting. Okay.
So we can safely leave the valley. Woo! Even after so many years, I still love the moment when all these little features come together. Oh, by the way, we also can push the crate onto the pressure plate because we didn't check who's overlapping with it.
Oh, right.
Let's do a bonus round and add a bit of polish by adding effects.
Okay, we'll add effects and sounds.
Elder Colvey House said, we'll add effects and sounds, not camera shake.
Sounds and a bit of camera shake. We will start with a dust effect for the bot's running animation, and first let's make a folder and call that effect.
Yeah, effects. Okay, this is just a cute little extra effect, like kicking up dust. So new folder, effects. Okay, here's our folder.
Here we create a completely empty Niagara system and
Niagara. This is the particle system in Unreal Engine 5. Ooh. Create empty system.
We will call this one FX dust. So
FX dust. Yeah, he's going to kick up some dust as he's moving around. Okay. Ooh.
So let's open the Niagara editor. Again, we have in the middle a big graph. Here are some parameters, and here is a preview. We will do something extremely simple. First, we want the system not to loop, but only play once.
Okay. Okay, so loop, no. Well, where do you find that? System state. Where did he find that?
Next to something extremely simple. First we...
Oh, system state. You have to click it. Okay, loop behavior once. So this changes based on what you're... See? Ah.
We want the system not to loop, but only play once. Next, we need an emitter.
Yeah,
we
add
could
emitter.
use one of the many templates, but we'll...
Let's just create empty emitter. Okay, empty emitter. Now what are we listening to? The best of Final Fantasy X. Or 15. Volume 2. Okay.
Stored an empty one. This also has life cycles like an actor, but in update we add a burst, a spawn burst. And let's add something update.
How did you do that?
A burst,
emitter update.
A spawn burst.
Spawn burst, okay. Emitter update, spawn burst, instantaneous. Yeah.
And let's add something like 10 particles.
Okay, well, if he does 10, then I want to do 20. Sperm count. Okay.
In particle spawn, we can set...
Well, why is this set to... Oh, yeah, 0. Okay.
Some particle values. First, we set the color to do something that could look...
Direct set. Initialize particle. Okay, so direct set. Color mode. Direct set. Let's do like... let's do something kind of like sand. Sort of like that, right? Yeah, like that. Good.
Like sand. Next, we want to a bit of randomization for the size of the particle. So let's check uniform, random uniform.
Random uniform, that's the sprite attributes. Okay.
Do something between 2 and 4.
2 and 4. Okay, sprite size min 2. So I'm going to do 0.5 all the way to 5. Good.
We also want to randomize the mass a bit for the gravity we will introduce in a second.
Okay, mass mode.
And next we want to...
Okay, random. 0.5 to all the way to 2. How's that?
Add some velocity when the particle gets spawned. Adding this also needs a solve for...
Particle spawn, add velocity. There it is right there. Okay.
Forces module, which will be added when we hit fix. Next, we want to add some velocity when the particle gets spawned. Adding this also needs a solve forces module, which will be added when we hit fix.
Oh, when you add fix, okay. Solve forces and velocity. You know, he only has like...
Adding this also needs a solve forces module, which will be added when we hit fix.
Oh, fix issue, okay. Fix... Oh, okay, fix the issue. Solve forces and velocity, okay.
Instead of a linear force of all particles, we want to switch to cone, and the direction of the cone we want
Velocity mode should be a cone.
to set to -1 to fit our character later. So in preview, you can see now 10 yellow.
Cone axis is -1. Yeah, see, there's our... Hey, look at that. There's our particles.
Particles moving in -x. We could change the velocity speed, but we'll keep it for now.
Yeah, no, let's increase it. It should be like 60. There, see, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, like that.
There are many more things we can do with our particles, but we will keep it simple. As this should be dust, we want to scale it up over time. So in particle update, we will look for something called scale sprite size.
Scale sprite size.
This gives us a curve, and we want...
Where did he find that? Oh, particle update. Scale sprite size. There it is. Wow.
This gives us a curve, and we want it to be much bigger, like maybe something like 15 when it's the end of his lifetime. So you...
Okay, key data. Well, how did he do that? 15. Scale sprite size. So how did he do that?
Like maybe something like 50.
Oh, you have to click on this burst. There you go. 115. Okay, there.
15 when it's the end of his lifetime. So you can see now they are...
Okay, now. Aha. See? Watch, look. Aha. Yes, got it.
Are getting much bigger. Now they should move a little bit more interesting, so we can add a curl noise to get a little bit of chaos. We can increase this
curl noise. Okay, curl noise force. Yeah, see how it's kind of curving around?
Strength a bit. which gives us this.
How about 18?
Havan Stubanuaban said, lurk.
Hey, Havan.
Elder Colvey House said, hey Wyvern.
And the noise frequency is set to 50. Let's do it like 80.
Gotta sleep now, dude wanted to say hi.
Thanks, Evan. Just finishing up their tiny game number 1.
Alright, so noise strength 18. And what else?
So next, we could also change the frequency.
Okay, dude, have an amazing night.
Next, let's add some gravity. So if we add gravity as a force.
So particle update should have some gravity. And what's the gravity going to be?
They will by default fall down with minus 980. We do not even want a negative value. So like this, in our case, we want to get it a positive value. So that's much better. Maybe this is a little bit much. So like that. Here.
30. Let's do something like 5. I don't want it to, 10. Yeah, there you go. Good.
There is where also the masks come in that we said earlier. Last thing is changing the alpha over time.
Scale color.
So it blends out. We can use the scale color and we can change this from a fixed number to a float from curve. Now we can track
float from curve, okay. Float from curve. Now what?
The 0 value to happen a little bit earlier in the time. And we have particles that begin to blend out. Niagara is very powerful and
now let's see how it works. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. Good. Good. Okay.
I'm using only a super tiny piece here, but we need to move on and see how we can use a dust now. To spawn that on the footsteps, we will go to our animation and open the run animation. Let's change the camera angle and stop here. Below of the camera we have different tracks and one of them is called not defined.
Okay, my grocery delivery might happen pretty soon. Let's see, yeah, he's only 4 stops away. So I have to show my ID because I bought some booze. So we might get interrupted for just a moment.
Elder Colvey House said, might get interrupted in a few minutes, hee.
Downgrade 47 said, okay.
right then. Sorry. Okay, now what are we doing? Here.
Is a dust now.
Mm-hmm.
To spawn that on the footsteps, we will go to our animation and open the run animation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's change the camera angle and stop.
So we only kick up dust when he's running, and that's why we're doing it this way. Okay, so now we go back into the bot. No, it's a antbot run. That's right. So it's
we'll go to our animation and
that's right. It was under animations. Yeah, see that? And then antbot run. Yes. Not the blueprint of walk run, but run. It's only when he's running. Okay.
and open the run animation. Let's change the camera angle and stop here.
Okay. We'll stop and change the camera angle, which is Alt. Yeah, see now Alt and left click and hold down the left mouse. There we go. Okay, there, we've got our run animation.
Below of the camera we have different tracks and one of them is called Notify. We can scrub to where the right foot is touching the ground, where it's planted, like here for example.
Right there, okay. So the first place where he's going to kick up some dust is boom, right there. Right about boom, there.
Right click and add Notify
Add
is where
Notify.
we find Play Niagara particulate.
How do you do that?
Right click and
Oh, under one, I guess. Add Notify, Play Niagara Particle Effect. But we have to tell it which one.
Notify is where we find Play Niagara particle effect. When we select this,
Yeah, now we have to tell it. Niagara system, it's going to be the one that we just made, which is our blueprint dust.
we can add our dust effect in the detail. And when we know moving on the timeline, we can
Yeah, let's see if it works. Whoa, it's working! Ha 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 ha. That's pretty cool, but that's only one of the feet,
see
right?
it gets
So let's do it on the second one. Right about there. Yep. Add Notify, Niagara Particle Effect, same thing, none. There's our blueprint right there. Now let's take a look. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Good.
spawned and played once. But it's spawned at 000 of the character and not where the food is.
Ah.
We can add a bone or a socket name here and we will pick food R for
Socket name. Okay. Where did he select that though?
played once. But it's spawned at 000 of the character and not where the
Yeah, I need the character. How is he getting that?
is where we find Play Niagara particle effect. When on the timeline we can see it gets spawned and played once. But it's spawned at 000 of the character and not where the food is.
Details of what? Damn it. You know, asset details. Oh, the socket name is right here. So we have to say, what is this? The right foot? Yeah, that's the right foot.
We can add a bone or a socket name here, and we will pick food R.
Yeah, food R. And then the same thing here. Foot left. Okay. And now let's see if that makes a little more sense. Yeah, see? There we go. So it's actually kicking up in the right place. Okay.
For this right foot. Now it gets spawned where the food bones are. Let's do it for the other leg as well. We will add a notify, a feedback, and is as important. Now we have them spawning at the right location at the right time.
Now remember, we attach this to the animation antibot run or antbot run. That affects all of the antbots. So now we start running. There's our particles, and if we drop an orb, we'll see him do the same thing. See? We should see he's doing, and he's kicking up dust too. Okay. It's kind of exaggerated, but that's okay. We don't really mind. Okay, there. And if you're wondering why it's kind of like puffing out, it's because it's only where we hit the ground, only where our feet hit the ground. That's when it's kicking up dust. See? It almost looks like bubbles.
Elder Colvey House said, Niagara Sharticle effects are very...
Sharticle?
Particle. Sharticle.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay. Anyway.
When we now go back in our level and hit play,
and then
we
he'll
can
see the same
particles
thing.
getting spawned when he's running around. So we are leaving a little trail of dust behind us. To a game as all other aspects. Let audio can help greatly with player
So
feedback.
now we're going to do audio.
Audio can help greatly with player feedback and is as important to a game as all other aspects. Let's make some procedural generated footsteps. We will add a new
footsteps
folder and call this audio.
Audio. Fine. Okay, now we're in audio.
For this one, we will use meta sounds, which is a plugin you might have to enable under plugins and restart.
Yeah, you might have to enable this, okay.
Start your engine.
How did he get in there?
We'll use meta sounds, which is a plugin you might have to enable under
plugins. Okay.
Under plugin.
Meta sound, I think I've already, oh, I can't. Toggles whether this plugin is enabled for your current project. Okay, so we're going to restart. Yeah. Okay, you must restart Unreal Editor for your changes to take effect. Fine. So now we're just, you see, it's just reloading Unreal Editor, and we're going to attach some procedurally generated sound. Okay, and now we've got it. Meta sound. It's active.
And restart your engine, which I already did here. So we will add a new meta sound source asset, which we will find
sounds meta sound. Okay, so it's audio sounds meta sound. Add sounds meta sound source. Good.
And call this one SFX footstep.
Sound
when
effects,
we open
footsteps. SFX footstep. Okay.
This up, you will see a big graph again. We can
There's our graph. Okay.
Compares this with a material editor where you can play pre-made sounds, music, mix it, or even generate sounds out of thin air.
We're just going to add white noise.
Elder Colve House said, you can go full DJ in here too.
There. Which I do here with a white noise.
So audio out mono. Yep, we're just going to do white noise. Let's see what that sounds like. It sounds like just white noise. Okay.
Oh, that was one. Let's control this noise by adding an envelope. There are several ones, but we want the one that outputs audio.
AD envelope audio, okay.
Dunbrain47 said.
We multiply this result now with our noise.
Out envelope, multiply, okay. Multiply audio, I think that's what he chose, audio by float.
And then we connect this to the output.
Okay, audio output.
We also connect the on done pin
to out mono.
to the on finished, so the sound knows when it's ended.
On done, on finished, okay. Okay.
Let's hear how that sounds like.
Okay, let's see how that sounds like. Yes. Right. That's more how we want it.
We can hear difference as this sound is now blending in and out. Let's modify the attack timer and the curves. And
yeah, decay time 0.3. Decay time attack time should be like 0.05. And then what does he have? 0.1 and 0.2. 0.1 and 0.2. There we go.
Just again.
That's
close.
0.3, 0.1, 0.2. Yep, there we go.
So we can extend this now by adding a square generator.
Mm-hmm. Square generator. It's a square sound wave. That's what this
Here
is.
we set the frequency very low. And now add this to
10.
our noise with an add node.
10. Okay, yeah, frequency 10 hertz. Yeah, see, base frequency of the oscillator in hertz. And then audio add.
And then we will plug this.
Yeah, then we plug that into this instead, and then this goes out to here, I think, right? Let's see if that's right.
To the multiply with our envelope, and that's what we got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that. There, that's good.
So we increase the pulse width.
Pulse width to 1. What is that all about? Oh, okay. Got it.
A little bit, and the noise is very loud. So we multiply this with a float, like something 0.1.
Mm-hmm. Audio by float. Okay, so 0.1.
And then plug that in. And
there instead. Good. And now let's try it. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that's good.
And this is the result.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obviously not a sound expert, but I hope you can get an idea how powerful this is. So it's close enough for me. Back in our run animation, we can add a new notify track. So
another notify track. Okay, let's get this back up here, and then Valley content drawer. What was it? Yeah, A Antbot run. A Antbot run. And now we add another notify. Add notify track. Good. Whoops.
So let's stop this for a second. Now we can do a right click, add notify, and then play sound.
And it's exactly what you would expect. SFX footstep. You see why I'm doing it just before? Because the kind of like there. See? There we go. And then there it is. Okay, let's see if that's right. There's our finished.
Elder Colvey House said, Pada.
Okay, there's our sound effects and particle effects. All right.
When we select this, you will see that our footstep is already selected. That's because I still had it selected in the content drawer.
Right.
So, and this is how it sounds like. So let's add a second notify with the other feed, place it properly, and this is our animation. When we play in game, we can see and hear the bot running.
Yeah, let's just make sure that it's in game, which I'm sure it is, but let's just double check. See, it's only when I'm running. See, now that I'm running, that's why you hear it. Come on, ant butt. Where's little ant butt? You hear him coming? You can hear him approaching. And then this door opens. Okay, so one of the last things we're going to have to do is solve this collision issue. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but anyway.
And when we spawn some orbs, as we use the same body, you can now hear both bots running around, making noises. Isn't that lovely? As a last touch for this project, let's shake the camera a bit.
No, let's not.
Go to
okay,
the
so I'm ignoring this part.
Once we take a timeline, we can hit
no, thank you.
Tiny textures, we did in AI, and it's new and established features. And
okay.
That's it. We made a tiny game touching a lot of different new and established features in Unreal Engine 5. We imported a static mesh and textures, we made different materials, we used high polygon rocks, created a character, set up his animation, added an AI, and did some game logic, spawning and collecting orbs and adding an interaction component to trigger a door. We made some dust, we generated sound, and I can imagine this is a very good start for a small puzzle game. We used assets from our own Stackobot sample you can download on the marketplace.
This is actually the Stackobot game, which I also have loaded as a project. We can fart around with this next time, but we have one thing to solve.
Elder Colvey said.
Yeah, we just have to solve that, and then finally we bag it, we pack it, bag it, and then publish it. So we're almost done here. Looks like it'll take another about 18 minutes or so, and we'll be done.
Learned here.
Stick around, folks. This is the final stretch.
Okay, I also have to make sure that we're not going to get a copyright strike. No, we're doing fine. Okay, so that issue, it turned out, was not... Okay, capsule half height, general, actor, animation, crouched eye height, skeletal mesh. Yeah, and then I found it again.
Said,
there it is. Gravity scale, maximum acceleration, crouched half height, mass, default walking. There, maximum step height. .500 centimeters maybe. Floor, walkable floor angle. I think we're going to have to get this all the way up to 80 or something. Maybe that's the problem here. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be able to like just fly up to the top of that door, that's for sure. Let's see if I can get on here now. Oh! That was it. That was all it was. I had to increase the angle, the step angle or something. Boop, there. See, now I can't do that. Nope, nope, it's letting me do it still. Okay, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. 500 centimeters, that's too high. How about 100? Yeah, I do not want to be able to do that. Okay. Kind of sucks I have to walk all the way over there. You can actually, we could actually just change the respawn point. I want to make sure I can, nope, now I can't get on here. But then for some reason it's still doing that. Okay. Okay, so 250 centimeters is the maximum step height for the BP bot self. But then I want to find out what his stuff is set to. Braking deceleration, maximum step height, walkable floor angle. Let's see what his is set to. Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah, BP bot self, capsule component, character mesh, spring arm, camera, character movement. Why is that bot like that? Why can't I pick? I need to be able to pick me.
Beth Shadow Killer said, still here, smiley face.
It's funny, I can't really change me. I mean, I'm the character. That's probably why I can't really. Crouched eye height, pawn replication input disabled. Well, let's not spend too much time with that. Let's just make sure I can stand on that thingamajigabob. What are you trying to work out? Hi, it's baffled. Oh, the character step height is messed up. See, like I should be able to step on this plate, and I can't.
Dunbrain47 said that it's
oh well, there I can. No, I can't again. You know what? We're just going to have to let it happen like that. And then the other issue, I don't know what's going on here. For some reason, it's letting me do this. And I do not want, but it's happening there too. It's because the step height is screwed up. That's exactly what's going on. The step height is messed up. See, this cannot be right. The step height. What's that? There it is, 250 centimeters. That's a lot. 1 meter. See, that's 100 centimeter. That's 1 meter. I mean, the step height should not be. See, so we got the particle effects working. Whoops. And I might be able to well, see, I can't get on there now for some reason. I don't know what the problem is there. See, but I can approach it this way. See, so now the maximum step height is only like 100 centimeters. Nope, it's still letting me do it. Oh well, you know what? I think we're just going to have to deal with it. How tall is this damn, you know, if I could just figure out how tall this damn thing is. Well, we have a blueprint. That's too, I really don't like how loud this gets. There, let's go back here. Okay. The arrow on the right resets it to the default value. Collision issues with the wall. Click on show in the top left and click player collision. Yeah, here's the other issue I have, and actually I need to finish. Oh shit! I need to finish this up very quickly. I mean, I'm going to get interrupted, so we'll keep the stream running. However, you know, I do want to finish up pretty soon, so I can't spend much time troubleshooting each of these individual issues. So why don't we figure out the door collision thing? And here's one of the best ways to do this. I think somebody actually mentioned it in one of these comments. This topic. This topic. Search. This find and search system really sucks. I hate this. I really hate it. I hate it. Door. Search. That's not what I'm looking for. I want to search in this. No, what is this? Door. Door. Door, 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 door.
In the
engine, click show in the top left, select collisions, and it will show you the collisions. Then you can see if it's weird. Yeah, but that didn't work last time. And now the search feature isn't working. There, when the door opens, the character cannot walk through the door, but go around the door. There. I think you need nav mesh to rebuild at runtime. No. Found it. Default collision is simple collision, which is a rectangle. After I change it to complex collision, simple collision, complex collision. Collision complexity, that's it. Okay, so we have to go into our content drawer, look at our blueprint. Oh, you're the next stop. Okay, I'm going to have to step out for just a moment. Yeah, in just a second I'll have to step out. Props. Where is our BP door? There it is. Okay, collision. Collision complexity. I don't see it. Maybe I need to select just the door. Modular wall door. Collision complexity. Project default, use complex collision. Change it to complex collision. Let's see if that changes. Well, that changed the whole freaking model. It's in the door SM. Ah, okay. Hang on.
Elder Colvey House said, "Ah, okay, hang on."
What in the hell just happened here? Now this is carbon. Yeah, this is some bug. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, yuck, 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 yuck. I do not like this. It changed my door completely. The door didn't look like that before. Well, maybe it did. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Okay. So anyway, back to door. Yeah, collision complexity. SM, yeah, SM door. Modular wall door. Use simple collision as complex. Yeah, use complex collision as simple. And then also the door, BP door, or actually the SM door should also be like that. Collision, complexity, use complex collision. Is that good? Okay, and now let's play it. And let's see if when we come on, bot. We need to drop a few of these to get it moving. Damn it. Let's get the bot on there. Hurry up, bot. There. Now let's see if I can go through this door. Got it. Got it.
Elder Colvey House said, "Yeah, got it, thanks."
Okay, let me intercept my groceries.
Sunbrain47 said, nice.
Need to intercept
I'll be
groceries.
right back.
Then
I
we'll
promise.
tag it, and ship
I'll
it.
be right back.
Okay. Taking a little while, but he will be here in just a second. And I don't want to miss this. Like I have to be like right there. Okay. If you originally gone into the show and the viewport made it show collisions, you've been able to visually see that there wasn't a hole. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not know about that particular feature, but yeah, I will learn that eventually. Thank you for that extra information about the interface. I'll learn this stuff over time. You know, like right now I'm really just following the tutorial and adding a few of my own little touches. Okay, so save all. I think this is enough to ship. So bagging, like packaging your game into a executable and then zipping that. That takes a few extra steps. So we're going to follow a video, and then I'm also going to mention the things that you'll have to install the first time you do this, because you'll need to install some Microsoft software developer kits, including like gaming for Windows, the SDK for Windows gaming. There's stuff here, and then the visual, I think it's a Visual C++ add-on you'll have to add. That's all in addition, like at the Microsoft level, on the OS level, you have to install those. And I'll show you I've already done that, but I'll show you the video to follow the first time you do something like that. Okay, let me check. Where is he? Where is that? It says I'm the next stop. Oh, he's a little ways away. Okay. So here's what we'll do now. Yeah, let's switch to that video. So the video I'm talking about is this right here, how to make an executable file of your Unreal Engine game. I don't want to watch freaking ads. You have to watch this ad. Okay.
Elder Colvey House said,
created your first game and
purposes, or to send to friends, or maybe even to publish for the public to play. So how do you do this? To do this, you will need to package the game. But first, you need to configure the settings. So go to Edit, Project Settings, then to the
Edit, Project Settings, and then to the destination page, okay? So Edit, Project Settings, Oh, description
page.
Okay, description.
Select the 192 by 192 image to...
I'll do that later. I don't want to do that right now. See, so this is what it says right now. Colby House is Tiny Game number 1, Tiny Game 1, project version is 1.0.1. And then the company name is Simple Shorts. You know, we're just calling it that. Where is he now? He should be, yeah, he'll be here in just a second. So I'm going to have to go out. Copyright notice, Tiny Game number 1. Yeah, Tiny Game number 1. Let's see what else he says.
Use as the thumbnail for the game. Then write a short description for the game and give it a name.
All right.
Then down in the displayed category, the project displayed title specifies what to display in the game Windows title bar. You will need to set the game default map to whichever level you want the game to start.
We have to make sure that that's correct. So map and modes, Valley. Yeah, that's our one level, and that's where it starts. Default game mode is BP game mode. Yep. All right. Okay, now let me grab it. Let me grab my groceries, and I'll be right back.
BRB.
See what I bought. I bought a bunch of horse crap. What is this? I just have to get this stuff in the fridge. Hang on.
47 said, got the goods?
All right. I'm back. Sorry for the delay. Okay. So we're back to setting the default game map, which we did. Okay, we did that.
Start with. Now go to the packaging page.
Okay, packaging
The build
page.
configuration can be set to either development or shipping. Development will give you access to debugging features.
Now let's just do shipping. And he said go down to the packaging page. Packaging. Okay, so now development, let's switch to shipping. We're gonna ship it. Yeah.
Elder Colvey
I
House
bought
said,
some
yeah.
things that had to be
Everything hopefully
frozen,
intact.
and everything that had to be refrigerated. I just put in this little one for now. And then I'll transfer it to the other bridge later.
Features within the packaged game, but the file size will be much larger. Shipping. Okay, so now scroll down to the platforms category and click on the platform you're packaging for.
Okay, I'm packaging for Windows. Platforms, Windows.
Lil Fuzz said, is this the first game you ever made?
Well, the first shippable game yet.
Yep, this is the first game. This is officially the first game I'm tagging, bagging, and shipping.
So I'm going to select Windows. At the top, you can select
Awesome.
the rendering hardware interfaces you want to target. We'll just leave this targeting DirectX 11 and 12, which
Yes, we're targeting DX11 or 12. Yeah, whichever the user has.
is the default, but you can target others if you wish. And then at the bottom, you can specify images to use when you load the game.
This is what happens when the game first loads. We'll just leave this all default. Compiler version default. So you can change which C++ compiler. This is that is the problem.
And an image to use
The
for the
first
game
time.
icon. Okay, so when you have these settings to your liking, go back to the level editor. And then click the platforms button in the toolbar. Hover over the platform you are targeting.
I have made mods
then
for FO3
images to, so when you have these settings
Yeah, but those were just mods, right? Not a fully
to your
shippable
liking,
game.
go back to the level editor.
Okay, when these are to my liking. Audio mixer sample rate, yeah, 48,000. Callback buffer size, 1024. Sure, all that is fine.
And then click the platforms button in the toolbar. Hover over the
Sonicus
platform you are
Streamers said,
targeting,
"Evening."
then click on Package Project.
Hey, Sonicus.
Hey Sonicus, we finished and now packaging Tiny Game number 1.
Hey
Okay,
Fuzz.
so now we go to platforms, and he said Windows and package
Downgrade
project.
47 said, I
That's
saw
it, package the project.
Oh nice Colby. Glad to hear it. Hey
If you get an error that says SDK not set up, you'll need to follow the steps in this video to resolve that error.
There. The first time you do this, you will likely not have the the Visual Studio Software Developer Kit, you most likely will not have that set up. And that is true. You will have to go to that video.
Not set up. You'll need to follow the steps in this video to resolve that error.
Okay.
If you don't get the...
And you'll have to follow this video. Okay, so the first time, I'm just showing you what I went through. So then it's the same guy.
So you just finished making an awesome game in the brand new Unreal Engine 5, and you go to package it for Windows, and you get this error.
Yeah, SDK not set up. You'll get it too.
So how do you fix this? The first thing you need to do is install the latest version of the Windows SDK.
Okay, there's like quite a few steps, so you just have to follow it in this video, and then, but something else is going to happen.
/Windows, it says Windows 11. This works for Windows Installer. Install the SDK. By default, for the version you're trying to third party to injection file, the link, search for finally paste the...
Okay, there is going to be a problem. There will be another dependency that says you can't install this until you've installed this. And there's another, link. It seems like you're going down a rabbit hole, but you're not.
But don't worry if you don't have Windows 11, just Unreal Engine files in this folder. That says download .NET Core 3.1.
See, then you have to download
and then
the .NET
click on
Core.
The link for the 64-bit SL finishes, and once you've completed the project without it.
There it is. So you have to follow that entire set of installs.
Elder Colvey House said, "That's about extra 30 gigabytes of installs right there."
The error. You can then choose the folder where you want to save the package files and click Select Folder. Choose the folder where you want to save the package files
and then select folder. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now. Tiny Game 1, Unreal Project, yep, we're going to put it right in here. Select the folder. Packaging project for Windows. So it's packaging. It's going to take a little while.
And click Select Folder. So this will package the game. And once it's finished, you will be able to go to the folder you specified and run the game from there. Note that packaging takes a relatively long time though. So don't expect it to complete in a few seconds or even a few minutes. Exactly how long it takes depends on the project and on the computer, but in general it will use a lot of processing power and will take a while to complete. Okay, so if you're eager to get started learning game development, I teach a 10-hour-long video course on Unreal Engine 5 that is designed for absolute beginners, even those with no coding experience.
Oh, I didn't...
You can find a link to the course in the description below, which has a promo code embedded that will give you a huge discount on the full course.
Oh, I see. I think he's trying to... See, you have to buy it. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, I'll take a look at that later on. But anyway, there it is. So now we just have to wait for this to finish. It's packaging. We just have to be patient. What it does, it packages the entire Unreal Engine 5 along with the game, because that's the engine that runs it. But it knows exactly how many components of the Unreal Engine 5 to include. So like if we don't use a large chunk of it, then it doesn't include that. It includes only as much of the Unreal Engine 5 as you need to run your game. So come on. It's packaging. We could take a look at the output log as it's cooked packages 418, remaining 9, total 427. It's cooking diagnostics 8. Come on. Yeah, see, you can see what was happening earlier. They went through a lot already. Wow. Oh yeah, it's... Holy crap, it's done! Okay, now let's go into Kaflapadoodle, and take a look at it. So we go into Documents, Unreal Projects, Tiny Game 1, and now it created this folder called Windows. Oh, that's it, Tiny Game number 1. Okay, so now we're going to close Unreal Editor. If we click Tiny Game number 1, see, we have to make sure that See, this is like, here it is. This is our game. See, I just pressed execute, and this is exactly what you get. Now, you didn't see a splash screen. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but okay, there. We want the bot to come on, bot. He's coming. There he goes, and it opens these doors. Let's walk through this door, and we escape the valley. It's amazing. Yay! That's amazing. And now we're in the desert. Okay, so that was the game. There's no way to end it, so we just kind of Control-Alt-Delete it. And then crash. It even says tiny game number 1. That's it. That's it. So not responding. Boop. Okay, now this is the last step.
Dunbrain47 said, agreed.
So we go back in here, Documents, Unreal, Projects, Tiny Game 1, Windows. Okay, we're going to zip all this. Okay, so send to a zipped file, compress zip folder, and let's see what else it generated. See, so it gives you that it built the whole engine folder here, and then it built the specific stuff for our tiny game. Okay, now we should see well, that's it right there, but now we'll call this Tiny Game 1 zip. Okay, so this is what we're going to upload. Now if we open this up, we'll see that, it has the the Tiny Game 1, the content, binaries, and then the engine itself, which has its own binaries. Okay. But anyway, this is it. This is what we're going to upload. Okay, now we go to our publishing platform, which is called itch.io. Ooh, itch.io. Our page is Simple Shorts. Here it is. Here's our page.
Elder Colvey House said, Simple Shorts, how cute.
Yeah, I was going to call it Simple Shorts, but I just decided to do Simple Shorts. Okay, so now we're going to, this is like our little, okay. So let's go into our dashboard. So I did create a test, but this is off. This is not public. See, it's the Tiny Game 1, the off-stream pass, which several people have already play tested, including Dunbrain. Okay, so now we're going to create a new project. And here it is. Tiny Game number 1. The project URL is going to be Simple Shorts, Tiny Game number 1. This is the first tiny game that I successfully completed via an Unreal UE5 tutorial. That's a short description. Classification, what are you uploading? It's a game, a piece of software you can play. Yes, what is the kind of project? It's a downloadable. See, you could do like HTML, Java applet, but we're doing a downloadable zipped file. Okay, release status. Yeah, released. I mean, we could say it's still in development, but we'll say this is released. This is version 1.0.1. No payments. So you could say 0 or donate, but we're going to say no payments at all. I don't want people to donate yet. Okay, here we're going to upload that file that we just looked at. So Documents, Unreal Projects, Tiny Game 1, Windows, and there's our zipped file. So we open that. It's uploading it right now. Do not close this page while uploads are in progress. Use Butler to upload game files. It only uploads what's changed. Yes. Generates patches for the itch.io app, and you can automate it. Okay, now here's the details. We're just going to keep it. I will add more description later, but I'm just going to just put it like that. And then what is the genre? Oh, it's a cute little puzzle game. It's a tiny little puzzle game. And then tags, tiny game, tutorial game, tiny game. Free game. Okay, that's all. Let's see. App Store links? No, don't need it. The noun, instead of calling it game, let's have the engine call it tiny game. Download and install instructions. Simply download the zipped file, unzip it, and run tinygame1.exe. Community. Build a community, comments, and let's make it public. Hey. It's released, but why can't I make it public? Oh, there we go. We have to look at it before. Oh, use draft to review your page before making it public. Okay. There's our first public shipped game.
Elder Colvey House said, there's our first public ship game.
Oh, look what it did. So simple shorts, and then here's the first game. This is the first tiny game I successfully completed.
47 said,
UE5 tutorial, and you click it, and then you can now anyone can download it. And what I'll do, there will be like I might mention the manual here. Like the simple instructions on how to solve the puzzle.
Streaminess said, "Hooray!"
You can all try with a PC and most any graphics card. Left mouse to move, space bar to drop orbs.
Okay, so what I will do is, I'll flesh this out a little bit more, but I just wanted to get it published so I can show you. See, from beginning to end, we built a game and followed the tutorial. We did some troubleshooting. We did some workarounds. Maybe it's not perfect, like I do have that problem where he can't jump onto the platform properly, but you can get on the platform. It's just from the back. And then finally we learned how to package it, zip it, and then find a publishing platform, which is itch.io. So and then we published it, and there it is. There's our tiny game number 1 by Simple Shorts. Is that cute or what? So imagine after a while there will be 8 of these. Tiny Game 1, Tiny Game 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might even rename it like Tiny Game 1 Valley Puzzle or something, because Tiny Game 1 doesn't mean anything, right? And then I'll add a splash, a thumbnail, and then I'll go back through what we did. I'll package it again in Unreal Engine, but then I'll add things like the thumbnail and the icon. Right now the icon is just the Unreal icon.
Okay, hope y'all enjoyed tiny game number 1.
Now, the next one we're going to do, I'm not quite sure which one it would be yet. It might I don't want to do the one that takes 8 hours. And I want to hold off on the brick breakers first. So here's this one. Creating your first game in Unreal Engine 5. It's like it's a cute little obstacle course.
So in this video you will learn how to create this game that has some platforms that move, that when you jump on top of them,
said,
you can just
looking forward to tiny
have
game
some
too.
camera shake.
Oh god, another fake accent.
And then you can go to the next one. And I lost again. I lose a lot of times in this video. So you can also play here with pause. You can press P to pause the game. And we will make everything from scratch, from modeling the platform to UV, using some new techniques to do blockouts.
Cool.
So you will learn a lot. As
so
a beginner,
so we're not going to grab any models. We're going to build everything from scratch.
Your first game. So let's start.
Roughly how long would this take? See, so course content, and then 13 lectures, an hour.
Supposedly this one should go pretty fast. Why don't we do this one next?
Sure.
Okay, so this will be our tiny game number 2. It looks like a cute little platform puzzle thing. Alrighty, let's find somebody to raid. And the next stream is going to be a gaming stream. You know, I wanted to do this game development number 3 to finally finish this and get this out of the way, so we can brag to the world that, hey, we have a tiny game. Is it worth playing? Well, not really, unless you're interested in getting into the same kind of game development through the same kind of tutorials. Then it's worth it, because you know, I was able to do this from not knowing much of anything about Unreal Engine 5, mainly by following the tutorial and then researching a couple of the snafu bars. You know, there were I think there were 5 snafu bars total, and I just had to research them and get around it. Okay, let's find somebody to raid, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. Who is raidable? Shall we? Let's see. We haven't raided. Oh, we did raid Madam. Let's see, Sonic streaming. I do raid him quite a bit. Let's just, yeah, if we don't find a good game development stream, then we'll raid Sonic. Sound good. Who is developing games? Physics Overhaul, day 3. What is he doing? Ooh, he's doing some kind of medieval Fist of the Forgotten. Let's make a game. Coven's Grove. Ooh. $5010 Pomodoro. Oh, that's interesting. Sarah Brawl, Deb Stream. Unreal Engine 5.